Welcome to the neighborhood. I'm Nick Shell. We're going to talk about hair loss because that's all we ever talk about. And you, the free market, make it worse by continuing to watch my videos, comment, which only gives me more fodder, right? Am I right or am I right? All right. Are you bothered by other people's hair loss? That's a video I did yesterday. Our friend Tony Montana had this to say, quote, "Hey, I'm not gay, but I can tell that you're an overall handsome man. I guess hair loss is a major problem for people whose face doesn't suit the hair loss. I've seen bald people who can pull it off because it goes well with their facial structure. I'm worried because if I go bald, I can tell I would look so ugly. LOL. But yeah, the best option I think for most bald men is to grow some facial hair and grow some huge muscles," end quote. So I mean, I think that's a good way to summarize a lot of the videos I've made. Absolutely, it's a matter of diverting the attention away from the hairline, which is a pretty cool theme because I know you don't believe me because I'm older than you and I'm married and have kids and still have most of my hair. I understand that there's less street cred because of that, right? But it's totally true. What are the ways you can distract the focus away from your hair? Now, the good thing is most people see you through a clouded mosaic anyway. They're looking at someone, they're not noticing the hair, they're noticing all these other things first. So you've already got that going for you. But by all means, since you've got all these other distractions going on anyway, like your personality and your skill set and your willingness to make other people feel good by what you say and how you treat them, those are already what they're looking at the most. But if they are going to look at your physical traits, which as a guy, they're less likely to do. If you're a female, that's a whole different story. But as a guy, yeah, if you're working out, that's one of the best things you can do. Dress nice, dress up to speed, very important. And as far as this whole handsomeness thing, here's my opinion on it. I think being handsome has a lot to do with things that aren't physical to begin with. They have less to do with your physical appearance, though as men we tend to look at ourselves the way females are treated. And again, if you're a female, it's a whole different story. There's a lot more pressure on your physical appearance. On a man, there's a lot more pressure on your ability to provide humor, to provide charm, to provide good communication. Those are the things that actually matter, and especially for women. And it doesn't help too if you're dressed nice and yeah, either you got good muscles, or at least me, you're in shape. You're a thin guy. I'm not overweight. I'm a healthy guy. Being healthy. Those are all things that actually matter. And I know that when you're 20, it's hard to see it that way. But again, a reminder: we're still getting out of that junior high and out of that high school mindset to the adult world where these things actually matter. And here's what I'm starting to realize. I'm starting to realize perhaps I'm the first person to tell you these things. To tell you that those things that mattered, like having cool hair and maybe being good at sports, those things might have mattered to some degree in junior high and high school. And then as you become an adult, you realize they don't. You know, it's funny. I didn't play sports really much at all, especially not in high school. I had my other things going on. If you saw the interview with my dad over the weekend, he said that, you know, I had music going on. I was acting all the time. I had all this other stuff, this creative energy that I was focusing on. And what's cool about it is, now at age 36, it's paying off. I make money from my YouTube. I make money from my blogs. I focused on those things, and those things actually had a better payoff in the end anyway. Now, I'm not saying that's your story, but what I'm saying is, you being a handsome man I would argue that it actually has less to do with your physical appearance and more to do with your personality and your skill set and the way that you treat others. Does that sound boring? Does that sound not fun? Well, I think there's something to be said of it. If that doesn't sound like something you want to hear, and then Tony, I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to everybody. I love you, Tony. But if that doesn't sound interesting and appealing to you to hear that, and you're like, I don't want to hear him say this stuff. Exactly. If this is not something you're buying into, you're still going to be stuck where you are. Until you're able to move on with me into the future, you're going to be stuck in the mindset, in this prison, believing that your hair has all this gravity, all this weight on your life. You're going to continue believing that. And it's going to continue to weigh you down. Meanwhile, other guys, same age as you, same amount of hair loss, are going to listen to me and move forward. And they're going to have that advantage. So, Please don't get left behind. I want to help you. I'm your mentor. I care about you. I see your future, and I want to bring you to the future. I don't want you to get left in the past. Be a handsome man. Don't worry about the hair part. Worry about the other stuff. Just manage the hair part. If you end up buzzing it off, fine. You know, that's fine. Manage the things that actually matter that make you a handsome man. Because I'm an average looking guy. And it's funny now, guys are starting to tell me, and Tony's not the first, that I'm a handsome guy, that my dad's a handsome guy. Despite hair loss, whatever, we're handsome men. But we're also lean, we take care of ourselves, we're confident, we're good communicators. We know what's going on. And that knowledge makes us so much more handsome than any Hollywood looks could give us.